was see how easy it is. Then it gets going and you can't stop it. Everybody wants to do another one, another one, another. That's all it takes. Let me back up.
You mentioned real quick what we just did.
We just did. The goal was to get three short videos to put on to use for our Instagram or Facebook. And the goal is it's really easy to do, but we don't want to do it, because we think of it as a pain, but it's really quick. I mean, if you did this right, that's actually there's 3 weeks worth of content right there. You don't need to do a video every day. It'd be great if you did, but you don't have to. But if you just do one video a week and then just do regular posts the rest of the week, that's fine, because you give something people to look forward to on the therapy. So if you're going to start a podcast, I wouldn't recommend doing one 2 a week. I start 1 a month to start with. Mm-hmm. See how you're going to do, and then start 2 a month, then get up to where you're doing 1 a week. So that's the progression I would start doing there. So the whole purpose was to see how easy it is to do and how quick it is. But it's about a small choice. And that the success is always determined by what small choices they make along the way. Make that choice whenever you're in class or you're between classes. Just do a quick. If someone did a good workout, say, "Hey, can you tell them what we did in this workout?" Or have some people demonstrate the drill at the end of class. Because people look, man. Because think about it. If you're someone up to seeing that, remember that person's friend is seeing that, okay? And they're saying, "Man, that looks like a good workout. I'd have to go try that too." So keep it. Yes.
We try to post a lot of content on our Facebook page, on Instagram, because I'm very ignorant on Instagram. How much content should we be?
Instagram, you can go more.
More?
Instagram, the top accounts, at least one a day. At least one a day. Top account, you start losing when you get to about 4 or 5 a day, but 1 to 3 a day is acceptable on Instagram. I mean, because people, if you have that content, it's definitely more than Facebook. So
on Facebook, what should we be looking for? How often?
Well, if you can do 1 a day, do 1 a day.
We try to do like 5 a day.
Five. I would lower that down to 3.
Yeah, I do 3.
3 a day. Yeah, if you do 3 a day on Facebook, just because you're not going to overdo them, especially the way they change their feeds now. So I'd say about 3 a day on Facebook, if you can do that many. As long as you have the content, put it out there. But don't, and here is the cardinal mistake, and I get a lot of people doing this. Don't get all gung-ho for 2 weeks and tell people, we're going to do this, and you do it for 2 weeks, and that's the last you do. Don't do that. We were talking last night about there's a huge crowd organization built an app 5 years ago, and it was a nice looking app. And an app 5 years ago, that's cutting edge. And they were doing the video content. They had also the history, everything in there, but it's only through level 2. So they said level 3 next month. That was in 2010. Level 3 still not there. Okay? So don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do is to lie to your people, because that will transfer into here. So if they're watching you on your Instagram or wherever, and you're saying you're going to do something and you don't do it, that it's going to hurt your credibility, because that's where they. And I've seen that. Angel. He's one of working in Longview, one of the guys I work with, and he just got a major chewing out because he said that he volunteered to start doing 3 informational videos a week, and they met with him before. Said, if we do this, we're committed to this. We're not going to stop. Are you sure? He said, oh yeah, I'm great. I can do this. First week good, second week good, third week good, fourth week it was down to 2, third week, fifth week it was down to 1, and then it was major straighten up. If you want to keep your job, you said you were going to do this, because it will transfer into that person, into his credibility. So anyway, question and answers. You had a question about something.
Yeah, and I didn't know this till I think just yesterday when you told me. When I post my videos on Facebook, a lot of times I post them straight from my smartphone, and you said not to do it that way, but I should be.
Correct. And this is to help increase your Google rankings. Post it to YouTube. Take the share and share it to Facebook.
Take the link and put it on.
That's the best practice for doing that. Yes.
No, go ahead.
Well, and then now with Instagram, let me know when you do that, and I'll pull a 1 minute put it on Facebook. It's
From YouTube again.
yeah, because
Okay.
you're doing the same. There's no need redoing all this stuff. You do it once, and then we're going to take that content, we're going to splice it, and we're doing it for whatever platform we're putting it on. So that's
You, earlier when we were talking, you touched on YouTube a little bit.
Yes.
And I know we're not utilizing that. How should we utilize it? Just putting the videos there first? And
Yes.
Then post it? That's the best way? Just
yes.
put
The
YouTube
best way is
channel?
put the videos there first.
Okay. Should we tag the videos a certain way so that helps with rankings?
Yes, yes. That I'm glad you said it. Yours are on the comedy.
Yeah. I'm going to go to that channel you set up for me a year ago and start putting stuff
Yeah,
on that.
make
channel.
okay. If you want to get followers, don't make sure you're in the right group. Okay, don't put comedy or unless you're a comedy channel. You know, education's a good one, and y'all are all in the education business because there's not a whole lot of people in the education one that you would think, and that's a really good one because the number one way that people 30 and under learn stuff, it's they go to YouTube how to. Yeah. Isn't that right? So I'm not 30, but I'm older. But I still go to YouTube. So
Everything's on there.
everything's on there. You know, kind of in industry and stuff. The majority of computer people that solve things, when you're talking to them, they're on YouTube. How do I do this? That's how I solve things, exactly. I mean, because no one knows all those things. Like, you know, you mean a question about JavaScript, this, that. Okay, hold on. Oh, here's what your problem is. It's that's where you want to go. But you want to go to YouTube first. Start creating if you feel frisky, do a 20-minute video on there. Start learning how to do that. And the way you do that is just talk. Just get on there and just start talking about stuff. You know, you can kind of have it outlined out what you're going to, but the most authentic things are, you know, some of the best ones I've seen are just sitting, walking around. Bass Rutten does great ones. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He'll do one. He started out driving up. He's having one here, walking through, and then he actually walked in the direction. He said, "Whoa, guys, can't go in there," because there was something actually changing in there. But people like that. They like the authenticity. And he probably set that up, but it looked authentic to where people liked the authenticity of it. So that's what you really want to do is keep authentic. Now there is something to be said for some editing, especially when you go to podcast and with the thing that Instagram is starting to do now. Like if you're in your feed in Instagram, okay, it's all pictures if you have an Instagram. If there's a video there, you'll see a camera icon here. There is something now with the way Instagram changed that to putting a front card in your video that says, "Can a woman whoop a man?" That was one of your big ones. Okay, and to put a question mark, and then have the play thing. That's where I think you can get a leg up on people because no one's doing that right now on Instagram. Instagram's all the native, you know, just click, point and click, and what's going on. So you can do some small effects on there. You don't want to go super because then people are commercialized, forget them. They're just out for themselves. But little stuff like that makes them stop and click the play, those help out. So there is there's some software for some podcasts, and I'll put links to all this stuff if you want to start doing those. Are you doing podcasts yet? Okay. Well, huh?
Let Alexis do the talking.
You do. Yeah, I know that because she does the interview, those interviews too, doesn't she?
She looks good.
Okay, can't argue. But there is something to be said. Now I'll put links to all this stuff to kind of what you need to be using. So, any other questions?
Not a question, but a comment on something you said about find a recent topic. I found that out. You'd always told me that, but I did that one the day after Ronda Rousey lost.
Yeah.
I did Ronda lost. I thought it was just a stupid that was like my second or third most watched video ever. I was like,
exactly.
Wow.
Well, and I guarantee McGregor, that would have been a huge one too. It's coming up, you know, in July, isn't it? The McGregor fight.
Yep, fighting Diaz again.
I would start talking about that. You know, especially if I was in MMA, I'd really start talking about that and doing videos on that. And I would live stream that, even if I'm out in the bar watching it, I have my laptop here and everything. What you think about this? And, you know, answering questions. Well, you don't actually type. You're just looking at the questions and talking on the live stream. But that's what I would do on there. You got questions? Well, Yes.
Just to reiterate, you're saying get my butt much more on Instagram and work on the YouTube channel.
Yes. Now watch, because I know your Instagram. If y'all see it, I'm gonna call Tina.
I know. I'm gonna start hitting it.
So, one thing I want to thank Mark, because he tries to always get value and everything. So I told Mark I was do this too. Is for the people that showed up, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, for starting in May to June, if you want to do the 1 minute stuff on Instagram, and you want just little small edits like the safety tips for vacation, stuff like that, or if you want your logo intros coming into your video, stuff like that, I told him I would do for the schools that showed up, I'll do that for y'all for a month, and Mark's gonna take care of that.
Woohoo!
Okay, so